Hi, and welcome into Overexerted, a Disney Lorcana podcast. I just woke up from a nap. And with me, as always, my two beautiful co hosts. I guess I could say as always, but it's not as always. As always, James
Ish,
and Heath, as sometimes.
occasionally.
Hey, what's up,
I'm
guys?
like a regular guest host.
Yeah. Yeah.
They call
sure.
me the Adara of Overexerted.
So hey, what's anything new? What's new? I know Heath has been working hard on his limited videos.
Oh my God. I'm so glad I only do this every 3 months.
Like pack it all into 1 week.
I've looked into this camera way too much this week, and I used to live my life on Zoom, so that's saying something.
To be fair, I have heard your name in my ears probably more than I've heard anything about Winterspell in my ears lately.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just hearing.
I apologize
hearing-
profusely.
I'm hearing nothing but, oh, I'm excited for draft. Oh, yeah, Heath taught me so much about draft. Oh, I can't wait to do good in draft. Oh, Heath. I'm like, whoa, oh, finally the ship comes in for Heath. Everybody loves Heath.
Aw. That's very nice. I don't know who that was, but I'll send you the $50 later.
50. I'll start mentioning you.
It's 50 Canadian, so it's only like $10
Wait.
US.
Ah,
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
no.
Oh,
Uh,
not me. I still got monetization turned off. I don't know about you.
So here's something funny. So tonight, eating dinner, we're watching the new Wonder Man show. The Marvel
Sweet.
show
I've
that
been
just
looking
came
forward
out.
to
Really hilarious scene in the 4th episode, the Doorman episode. They're in a club, and Josh Gad, playing himself, comes in to the club and talks to the doorman and goes in, and then a little later they show inside and he's singing.
that.
And I highly recommend you go and find this scene
Is he singing
to
Summer?
watch it. He is singing in summer in
Uh,
a club.
Oh, beauty.
It's amazing.
I like that a lot.
It's amazing. Yeah. The episode was interesting. I'm enjoying the show. It's pretty cool. I mean, I'm only halfway through, so we'll see how it
I've
finishes
heard good
out.
things. I've got it downloaded for my next flight.
Yeah, it's fun. And they're only like 30-minute episodes.
Which
And
can be a
well-
good thing or bad thing. I mean, if you want more, then you're like, I wish, but also some
Right.
drag out. So
And it was mostly directed / co-created by the guy who maybe co-wrote and directed Shang-Chi.
oh, okay. Is that why the Mandarin's in it?
Probably.
I said that to my wife. I said, "Isn't that the Mandarin from like Iron Man?" And she's like, "I don't remember." I was like, "The guy
Nobody
who everyone
remembers.
thinks is the
Let's be
bad
honest.
guy." Spoiler alert: if you haven't seen this like 20-year-old movie, the bad guy that everyone thinks is a bad guy but ends up not being the bad guy.
Yeah,
Instead,
he's
it's
just
the
an
other guy.
actor. And then he shows up again for Shang-Chi. He's in that.
I liked him in
for a little bit.
Shang-Chi. That was pretty cute with his pet in Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
So then I actually wondered, is it the same character across all three then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's
awesome,
always the same
perfect.
guy. Trevor.
Good.
Yes.
His name's
Trevor
Trevor.
Slattery.
Trevor
My wife's like, I
Slattery.
really like him as an actor, and I was like, I just like his character so much.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
good.
Pretty
good.
cool. But bringing it back around to Lorcana, what's going on in Lorcana right now?
Lots, actually. There's like, I know release time, there's always lots of stuff going on, but it feels like a lot even on top of what's
They
already
piled a lot
happening
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Like, do we want to like run it down what we're going to talk about today? Because obviously we got, Winterspell. You guys talked plenty about that, so we don't really need to drag that out too much. But we got everything to do with Winterspell. We got new rules that came out and like the comprehensive rules. So Googly is going to be busy for a long time. And we've got these like VIP packages for DLC Ghent and going forward. which are fascinating. There's a lot of product reveals that have been happening recently.
I haven't posted mine yet. I will be doing them. I think I'm going to post them tomorrow from when we're recording this, so Friday. So they should be out. But I will also be doing at some point over the next few days. I'm also going to be. These are out now. The collection guides. These things are really cool. They're really nice.
I got a
That's really
sneak
nice.
peek. You should check it out.
They're really cool, and I got the notebook that it has been released.
That's not the
And-
Notebook.
Banana.
And
I had to crack one. I'm sorry.
We're gonna go
I'm
away from Pantry
sorry.
Counter and start.
As a
doing Pun
Canadian,
Counter.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
You guys are terrible.
And this one I was shocked. I wasn't expecting this, but they sent me one of these.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really
be
pretty.
still my heart.
This one
That's
is
great.
the Ravensburger store exclusive. It will only be available online at Ravensburger store.
That doesn't.
I know
ship to
somebody
Canada.
who had that playmat made up back in like set
Set
was it
3.
set 2 when it came set 3. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a couple weeks after set 3 they had that playmat plate made up. So shout out to Brian. If you know Brian.
Shout out to
locally,
Brian.
Shout
yeah.
out.
Oh yeah.
Brian. I just shouted.
Brian, while you're listening to this episode, roll down the window of the truck that you're currently driving and shout out.
Well, I'm shouting out Brian because, spoiler alert, I'm going to be rebranding in the next few days, and Brian was the impetus. Well, not the impetus for wanting to rebrand, but for what I rebranded to. He was actually the one that kind of inspired it. He made a sketch with me just saying I loved a certain character. He made a sketch for me, and it gave me the impetus for the idea for the name, and also ended up being the basis for the final version of the logo and all that. So
And we've
Brian.
seen it, and it looks really good. It's an awesome job. The rebranding. I was actually going to ask you, and I forgot to ask you this, but are you rebranding after all of your videos are out? So it's
yeah,
like
I
a
figured
clean
if I
cut for
couldn't do it
next set?
before, I didn't want to
Yeah.
confuse things in the middle. So
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey,
Can't
Brian,
wait.
announced it
do you
after
want
my last video?
after seeing your art, Brian, do you want to help us rebrand?
what would we rebrand to? We're all overexerted and tired.
Yes,
I mean,
it
we're
is a
living-
very apt name.
I guess so. Maybe a little artwork change, you know?
There you go. See,
Take our
that we can
favorite
do.
characters. Take our favorite characters and draw us as them.
Favorite characters just with giant bags under their eyes.
You just
I
draw.
mean, it's gonna be weird to see James dressed up as Elsa, but
You know,
It would not. It would not be else. It would either be Olaf or Goofy.
there you go. Yeah, Goofy's a good one.
Goofy, probably.
I like.
All right. So, I mean, you could. I mean, I'm fine with it. Whatever.
Yeah,
Let's just start talking about Lorcana stuff.
let's do that. That sounds
let's
like
go.
a great idea.
They revealed the Set Champs playmat for this set. Of course, it is the Tinkerbell art, and I would like to, again, 2 thumbs up for recognizing that we really want the champion wording to not be giant on the mat and be garish and interfere
Yeah.
with the art. And
Yep.
now we can enjoy the art. The
Yeah.
logos are in the corners, and everything is great.
and it's got Winterspell written on there. You know what.
They
section
actually,
it was.
believe it or not,
It
they
always
have a
has
set
that.
name every time.
Yeah, it's just compared to the champion, it
It's,
gets
like,
drowned
so
out
small.
every time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
back and
it's
look
a-
at one of your mats. It's in the
It's
bottom
over
left
here
corner.
on mine. It's in this corner here that you can't see.
Yeah,
But like if it was on this mat, it would be like right here.
yeah.
I was gonna say,
It's-
is that an insult, Heath? Go back and look at one of my mats. What are you saying?
I'm pretty
You
sure
saying I
you
don't have
got-
any mats? I got one. I
Yes.
go.
I
That
only got
wasn't-
one.
I thought you had more than one.
I got the one with Scar,
There you go.
which was ages
Um,
ago. Obviously, I'm terrible at the game.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to crack out the green blue Mufasa and you're fine. Yeah, and I love how they've got the sides flowing, right? They didn't just do blocks or whatever.
Yeah.
It's very like,
This
yeah,
this particular design here with the corners like this, if you'll
yeah.
notice, that is the design that has been showing up on a lot of stuff recently. So that is now the graphic template, I think, for a lot of things that they're doing.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's
You know what
very
it
cool.
looks like? If you flip this one in the top right corner and you put it how would I say this? Like butt to butt with the other one, it's the opening of the book that you see on the bottom of the cards.
Oh
You
yeah, I
understand what
can
I'm
see
saying?
that.
Yeah.
I see exactly what you're saying. Yeah, no, I could see that. Maybe
Interesting.
might have been
But
influenced by
either
that.
way,
Yeah.
it's very well done. And I
Oh yeah.
kind of hope that they kind of stick to this or make something that kind of float, because this actually flows very well with this one too. The way
Yeah.
the wind comes up right into the sweep of the corner of the right, and then kind of it flows out on the bottom left. Um, it works really well with this design. So I just hope they continue making whatever logos they use flow with the design.
So
Because
I know
when
we're doing
something's
community questions later, but it just came to mind. My wife has a community question, which is, why does everyone like Tinkerbell? Because she's kind of
a
A jerk?
meanie,
she's kind of a jerk.
Maybe that's
Just
why
like,
they like.
because I showed her this picture yesterday. She's like, "Oh, it's so pretty," but also like, why does everybody like Tinkerbell? I'm like, Peter Pan's also not like the best role model either.
I was about to say, my wife's not a big fan of Tinkerbell, but she loves Peter Pan. And anytime she wants to get something, it's always like, "Oh, well, there's Tinkerbell," and she's like, "But I just want Peter Pan."
Yeah, they're both problem. That whole movie is kind of problematic. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, when you actually know the book, I mean, it's a pretty
I haven't
dark
actually read the
story.
book. Do you think should I read the book? Is it a good story,
Oh, my
or
wife
is
is
it
a
more problematic?
it's dark.
Because Alice in Wonderland is an interesting story.
Yeah. My wife's a huge Peter
And
Pan
Through the
fan though.
Looking
Like
Glass.
she has a tattoo and like the books and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
I used to qualify Peter Pan as one of my favorite movies, but like in the last 15 years or so, I've been like, all right.
Okay. Today on the Lorecast, they had Kyle, the rule Yoda rule Yoda, something like that. I don't know. They gave
Rule Yoda.
rule Gandalf.
Okay.
Whoa, that's not a Disney property.
So we
Or
got
maybe
this
it is by now.
set release notes for Winterspell, but included with that is the comprehensive rules have been updated entirely. We knew this was coming. They announced that this was coming, like, I don't know, many months ago. And they said it would be out close to the end of last year, possibly beginning of this year, and we have now seen it. So if you are interested in the rules, go read the new rules document on the resources page on the website. We are going to talk about a few of the big rules that are about the game, and then a few of the things for specific cards in Winterspell, since this is the Winterspell release notes. The first one is the one that we will not ask Heath's opinion on, and that is drawing from an empty deck won't automatically lose the game anymore. So if you recall, the original rule was if you go to draw a card and you cannot, you lose the game. And that has been changed to if you draw a card and you cannot, you have until the end of your turn to win or you still lose. So if it is your turn and you can't draw, you have until the end of that turn. If it is your opponent's turn and they make you draw, such as with A Whole New World or something like that, you have until the end of your turn, your next turn, to try and win. So a lot of people are upset that this now removes mill as a viable deck out win condition. I think it just makes it more difficult. I don't think it removes it entirely, but I would also like to point out that milling someone out was not really a viable strategy in Lorcana anyway. They don't print mill cards, really.
You remember that one Mad Hatter that they printed that was awful? That, like,
there was
the
the item
card?
and the Mad Hatter character.
It's like,
Those were like the only like.
whoever thought that was going to be a thing?
It was so slow.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been better if there was more options for it.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, here's 2 cards that do very little, and they're very slow and not very good. And you're like, oh, okay. Remember, there's other card games where you like take the top 5 cards of your deck and just dump them into the discard. So I mean,
yeah, that's
I
the
guess
thing. We
that's
never
all.
got anything that dumped a lot of cards except A Whole New World.
Yeah, which the intention wasn't for milling.
Yeah, and so like all the mill cards in Lorcana were like, do 1 card, do 1 card, do 1 card.
I still won't forget in Seattle, I can't remember which round it was, but like round 2 or 3, I should have lost a game that I won because my opponent wasn't paying attention to my library. And I'm like, pretty sure at this point he has to have A Whole New World in hand, and I've got like 14 cards left in my deck. And so if he finds another one, then I just lose. But
yeah. So anyway, that's the thing going on there. I know it's a very divisive decision. I think honestly, when it was something that, as someone, I saw a lot of people saying, and like, who was asking for this, I think that they probably got a lot of feedback from players in the casual realm that were confused by it. Well, they were probably confused. I mean, come on, in like multiplayer that it's possible because games can go forever in multiplayer. And then especially in multiplayer, like who loses first. And so I think that they just wanted to make it much more clearly defined. Plus, if you think about it,
how is it not clearly defined? If you go to do this action to draw a card and there's nothing there.
If someone played A Whole New World and you both decked out.
But
we all knew it was the active player who draws first.
Because there's going to be no nuance here whatsoever. I'm sure we will find a way to confuse it.
Yeah.
And okay, I'm sorry. I get that a little bit. And this is where I'm sorry. I get that a little bit. Okay, we wanted to simplify. We didn't want to make it confusing. And then in the next breath, they give us another rule, which you'll go into, which gives such a slight nuance difference to make things more confusing. You can't have it both ways.
But they can, and they did.
Have you ever heard of not having your cake and eating it too?
If I have cake, I'm eating it.
Stop fixing problems that don't exist.
Now,
we've got so many problems that do exist. Stop fixing problems that don't exist.
I should bite my tongue on this, but I won't. So hold on. If your opponent
just pretend like you're insane like me, and then they won't worry about it.
If your opponent decks you out, you have a full turn, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Now, in the game, what is the third step that you do?
Draw.
And it is a mandatory step, correct?
Apparently not anymore.
So here's my problem. But here's my problem.
Yeah.
It's mandatory. Just like breathing is mandatory. If I stop breathing, what happens?
You have a little bit of time.
Hyperbole.
You have a little bit of time before you die.
I mean, that's actually an apt analogy, James. I got to give it to you there.
But it's mandatory, and you're just going, it is mandatory, but if you can't do it, it's okay. Just finish up.
It's
real
not
quick,
okay.
Please.
You lose at the end of your turn.
Yeah, but yes, that's really gonna stop all these aggro decks.
So basically, all you have to do on that turn that you're gonna mill someone out, you have to mill them out. You have to make them discard their hand, and then you have to banish the board. And then they are guaranteed to lose because they can't draw anything. They have nothing on the board, and they have nothing in their hand.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, all the discard cards are pretty much in amber. The board banishing cards are in amber as well. So, I mean, we're getting pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about the win condition or not. I just care about them fixing problems that didn't exist. And it's like there's so many things in this game that need to be worked on to dedicate energy to this, because it's not just a matter of someone being like, yeah, I think we should change it to this. As soon as that's suggested, it's brainstormed, it's talked about, there's meetings, there's play testing, there's, talking to the design team. Like, how many countless hours went into fixing a problem that didn't exist?
At least 6.
So they also make point that turn action processes are more clearly ordered. So now challenging is now a 2-step process in the explanations in the rules instead of one big chunk of actions. And then resolving effects is more detailed in that. So, they're trying to make things clearer and better, and especially trying to make sure that as they go forward, they don't have to do this again, hopefully, and do a 3.0 and they just keep updating this document. 2 of the rules that I would like to go over that seem to have gotten the most talk about. Here's the comprehensive rules. By the way, there will not be any like yellow or blue updates on this one because the entire thing is new. So it won't be until the next time they do any updates to this that you will see where they made updates. So first we have damage. This is the one that a lot of people are kind of thinking is different or changed, and really
Silly.
it isn't. It really isn't.
I like it.
They added some definitions and the words, and the easiest way to put this is 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all different ways of damage being set on your character, right? Or location. But take encompasses all of them. So you can deal damage, and if something says when this is dealt damage, only if the card says deal damage to that card. If it says put, and it says when this is dealt damage, putting is not dealing. Same thing with move. If you move damage, it is not dealing damage. But all of them are take damage. And where this is most important is on the new Lilo. This is the only card that actually has, and let's go look at it. See this one right here. It's, in fact, there's a reason why this is the header picture for this rules update. Because this one is very important for this kind of a rule. See how fast we can find it here. See, I know where everything is on this website. Look at that. Boom. There we go. Now where's Lilo? There she is. Okay, this one says, during each opponent's turn, the first time this character would take damage. And because it says take, it negates any kind of damage that would be given to this character the first time. If you play Fire the Cannons on it, nothing happens the first time. If you play Malicious, Mean, and Scary, nothing happens. If you use Cheshire Cat to move damage, the damage does not go anywhere. It goes away. So the first time, all kinds of damage would be gone. Every other card does not have this breadth of ability like this card does. Everything else that is being has this modifier of it doesn't take damage instead usually says when this is dealt damage, which means putting damage and moving damage still works. So same thing with resist. Resist says when this character is dealt damage, reduce that damage by whatever the number is. And that means dealing damage would be blocked by resist, but moving damage and putting damage would not. So you just have to pay attention to what word is being used, and then you can determine whether the damage sticks or not. There you go.
It's so dumb.
Mr. Teacher.
Yeah.
I hate this. And my reason for hating this was the first time I saw it was me playing Hercules and going, yeah, I exert my Hercules. all my character here are set, and then somebody goes, "Oh, malicious, mean, and scary." It says put a damage counter, and then I drop my Phillip, and I said, "That's so dumb. Character can't be dealt damage. Dealing is to give something. You're given damage. Putting and dealing are the same thing."
But they're not the same words, so they're not the same thing.
If I go to a casino, and I start playing poker, and the dealer deals me 5 cards, he is putting 5 cards in front of me.
And then I take
It's
those.
the same thing.
We're not worried about copyright strikes, are we? We don't make any money anyway. I put a YouTube short in the chat there, James. You want to pull that one up for me? I don't know if you've got share audio on, but yeah. Well, James is doing that. I can't believe they're going to add the complex layer of a significant difference between 2 effects with slightly different but the same words.
I love that movie.
Oh, no. It's lagging considerably and audio share is not. It's just dumb.
The words are on there. It's so dumb.
No, it's just dumb. Glass Onion, if you haven't seen it, check it out on Prime Video today.
Whoa, we getting paid
it's
for
on
this?
Netflix.
Is it on Netflix? I thought it was on Prime.
It might be on Prime
Oh.
too now. It's old enough. It might be on Prime.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were sponsored.
Anyway, so this is just something that TCGs have to deal with. You have to be very careful with words used, and you have to make the rules based on the words being used. It's just the way it goes.
Like,
Get over it.
There's always going to be nuance, but just because the words are so similar, it's like it's just going to add confusion, especially to the casual player. Like the competitive player, we're going to intrinsically know that there's now a difference between deal and put or take or whatever it is.
But kitchen table, there are going to
yeah.
be problems.
Why
It's
is
like, wait, did you put or did you take damage there?
Why is a Lilo stronger than a Hercules when it comes to taking damage? Just wondering.
Did you see the amount of like padding she was wearing?
Have you seen the amount of muscles
There's
and
a lot of
armor that
padding,
he's
it's true.
wearing?
Yeah.
He
Anyway,
doesn't take damage. He's invincible.
damage. Wording matters. Just remember that the word matters. That's all you have to remember, unless it's take, and take means everything. There you go. That's all you got to know. All right, next one. This one is interesting. This one is a lot of people are now upset because this removes some combo abilities. And that's if an ability or effect instructs a player to play a card for free. As part of resolving that ability or effect, the player ignores all costs and can't choose to play the card by paying any other alternate cost. And this negates things like power line, pulling a song out of that ability where you look at the top 4 and pull a song out and play it for free. What you were able to do if you had multiple power lines on board is that song that you pulled for free, you could then sing with the other power line and get the ability again to look for another song looking at the top 4 cards. Now, once you pull it, the ability says play it for free. You cannot choose to do any other ability like singing or shifting or anything. So like in the case of, in this new set, Widow Tweed and Todd, the shiftable Todd.
Yeah.
Previously, you were going to be able to get the Todd out of discard and then play it by shift, so you could then immediately quest with it. But now this new ruling means no, you have to play it as a free cost with whatever rules are implied on that card, which would be like for a character, it has to go into play on its own, it has to drive for a turn, and so on. Songs get played, they just get their resolved abilities, and then you go and put it into discard. So
you know, I don't mind that because I think again that actually simplifies things. Just saying, hey, if it's free, you play it for free,
right.
The one thing that I'll say that I prefer that Magic does is if you can play something for free, but there's things that add cost to things, you have to pay those costs. So like I'm thinking of the Gontu that makes things cost 2 more, or whatever it is. And it's like I can play this song for free, but unless I can pay the additional penalty, then it doesn't resolve. I like that Magic does that because it makes sure that that penalty is actually meaningful and that there isn't a way around it. But whatever, it's not the end of the world. This one I don't mind as much. I think this one does actually simplify something that I think yes, you could utilize, but just added layers of complexity that I don't think were necessary.
So
I mean, the one thing I miss is when I was playing aggro, I always wanted to do Quest Aurora. She makes your next princess cost 1 less, and then play a lady so you could play Tiana for 2 because your princess costs 1 less. Does not work.
Oh yeah. Oh, what you're saying is when things cost less, it changes the cost of them. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that would be awful. I mean, it would be awful in terms of like, oh.
Yeah, it doesn't reduce the printed cost on the card. It reduces what you
how much you pay for it. Yep.
Which, like, early days, we had something where it would reduce the cost on the card, and you were able to do it. Was
remember back way back before it even came out when they did that Q&A on Twitter, and they had to like multiple posts and questions about what shift meant because what is going on with shift?
Anyway, it was like you could reduce the shift cost and yada.
Let's talk about a few specific card examples here. Let's see, which ones do we want to cover? I think mainly the one we wanted to cover is Grandmother Willow, because that one was a lot of contention about when you could use it, how you could use it. If you recall, Grandmother Willow is the new tree that has the ability to smooth the way. Once during your turn, you pay 1 less ink for the next character you play this turn. And the way it's worded, people were arguing about whether or not you could only do it once. You could do it on any character you chose during your turn. And they clarified here that because it's not a May, the discount applies after you play Grandmother Willow to the very next character you play. And then
seemed pretty straightforward.
On future turns, you still get that ability, but it's always the first character you play during your turn. So you have to be very careful about your sequencing. But also, they did mention that this does apply to things like the Lilo escape artist coming out of discard. If you have 2 Grandmother Willows, that Lilo is free. So it enters play out of your discard every turn for free, which would be pretty cool, being able to just like boom and then play whatever you have with your ink.
Yeah, but also it means there's diminishing returns for multiple Grandmother Willows in an aggro deck, right? If you got 2 out and you want to play a 1-drop,
guess what? It eats it up.
Yep. It eats up both of them.
It's not -1. It's still 0.
I say it's a -1
back.
Ready that ink up.
This is another one.
It made sense to me. It says right on it. It doesn't say May. That's
it made sense to me, but also they worded it awkwardly enough that I understood where people were coming from.
Yeah, and I think it was the whole thing about replacement effects versus static effects, and because the wording was like kind of between the two or included both, something like that. The rules people knew what they were doing in questioning it, but we have an answer now on what it does. The other one that I thought was interesting was the Mickey Mouse Bob Cratchit, the Sapphire character with the 2 abilities. Whenever this character quests, put the top card of your deck face down under him, and then when this character is banished in a challenge, you may put all cards that were under him under another chosen character of your or location of yours. And the ruling is that since all the cards, when a character is banished, it goes to discard. And then all of the things, if it comes back somewhere, like back to hand or back into play or whatever happens, everything comes from the discard. It doesn't go from them banishing it into your hand.
Yeah.
So because it goes into the discard pile and then back to underplay under another character, they all come back face up as if the character was shifted. onto like if you have 3 characters under it, it's now on top of 3 characters that are face up. And this to me, while we have had shift forever in the game with 1 card under characters, this to me seems like it's kind of a little sketchiness is possible. Like if you have 3 or 4 cards under this character now, one of them can accidentally slip out if someone is trying to be a little sneaky, and all of a sudden you have a character that you can do an extra play with or a challenge or a quest. I don't think it's going to happen, but I know someone's going to try because people do.
Do we remember the name of Mr. Ursula in DLC Richmond?
Oh yeah.
That pulling a blank, whatever his name is.
Yep.
So I was say what about there's another guy from what was it, Australia? An event a couple years ago?
that wasn't the same thing though. Whereas this is what James is saying kind of sounds very reminiscent of.
We know people will try because
I was say there's always going to be somebody.
It's just interesting to me. The ruling, of course, is correct because that's what happens in Lorcana with cards that enter discard. Everything gets revealed, and now it's just a card. And when it comes back, it's face up. It's you know what it is in your hand. You don't hold them backwards in your hand. But yeah, it's interesting because now all that is now known information. So I thought that was a little crazy.
It also kind of like you've been putting all these cards underneath your 1 character face down. You have no idea what they are. They're now they're face up, so your opponent can go, oh, I either want to, those are not very great cards. They're, let's say, a bunch of uninkable cards. Bounce those back to his hand. Let's say they're a bunch of good cards. I'm going to use Let It Go on that and put it into your inkwell. And now I know what's in your inkwell.
Yeah, knowing the cards is definitely good information, either for you and or your opponent. So that is definitely something interesting.
Yeah, our relative card counters. Figure out what they got left in their deck.
I've been
doing
the count that a lot +1. Lately.
This one is interesting. The Anna that has the ability, the one where you can what is it?
Quest with Anna, Soothing Sister.
There it is, Soothing Sister. The Warm Heart ability on this new Anna that says whenever this character quests, you may gain lore equal to the lore of a character card in your discard. If you do, put that card on the bottom of your deck. And if you recall, the Flynn
gain additional lore,
where it has less lore based on how many cards in hand.
Yeah.
But the printed lore on it is 4. So when it's in discard, the 4 lore is the thing. Yeah. It's the same way that the Queen worked
discarding it.
Discard and gaining the lore.
Yeah.
So you still get the lore printed on it. Not even if you have cards in hand, it doesn't matter.
I mean, that's a great combo in Infinity. Queen discard into Anna quest and tuck it. Like that's 8 lore right there.
That's fun. I like that.
What if I do this with Mulan while she's in my discard? Do I gain 6 lore?
No.
Is there lore printed on it?
No, but she says
0 lore. Actually, you gain 0 because she has 0 lore printed on her.
Yeah.
Yep. Wait till somebody has negative lore printed on them.
Yeah. So that's basically it for the stuff I wanted to cover. Is there anything else did you guys read the whole comprehensive rules to be able to have anything you wanted to talk about?
Of course. I read it all. Yeah.
I'm not sure I ever will.
Oh, Kyle mentioned something that was actually a fun little anecdote. Yeah. Did you guys watch the special Lorecast where they revealed a bunch of Winterspell stuff? Do you remember that they threw a bunch of fake snow everywhere?
Oh
through the whole video.
Okay, I know what you're getting at. Yes.
So the fake snow they threw was actually the old comprehensive 1.0 rules document. They printed it out, shredded it, and used it as snow to symbolically throw away.
This was their catharsis.
1.0 rules. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
All right. What are we talking about next? We're talking about Ghent?
Sure, yeah. I'm fascinated by these.
We have this happening in Ghent. This is another very divisive topic in the community. There is now a premium and a VIP package. The premium package is €299, which I think works out to somewhere between $350 and $400.
Yeah.
USD. $8 million Canadian. But
Thereabouts.
this, you get a premium badge. Now you have to already have a ticket. You can't just buy this just to get it.
Yeah.
You have to have a ticket to go.
And you know someone's gonna buy it, not realizing that, by the way.
Yeah. You have to have an attendee or a competitor badge. So you get the badge, you get an exclusive water bottle, you get one of the 2 mats, either Mulan or Simba, and you get the Dragonfire and Let It Go non-foil promos. You also get a private Discord space for feedback, expedited check-in line, and priority queues throughout the venue for all activations. And then the VIP one is even better and, of course, more expensive. It is,
by the way, 500 and 1200 Canadian, respectively.
699 euro, which I think worked out to a little over $800 American. This one, you get the badge, the VIP badge. You get the Discord space, the expedited line, a 3-day VIP lounge access, which they said is going to have snacks and things.
Snacks. So you get like granola bars.
You get a backpack. You also get the water bottle. You get both playmats, and you get one of each non-foil promo card. That's the challenge promo card, which I think is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 or 7 cards. That was unplanned, but still. These are very clearly Disney. The very Disney way of doing things, where you can upsell to get more experience. You can buy the premium package.
Yeah.
You can, like the Disney, like the Star Wars night. You have all the extra characters and whatever that you can get for paying the extra money to go to a Star Wars night at Disneyland.
The lightning lane of
yes, lightning lane, fast pass, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
it's very Disney. So I am both okay and not okay with this. I am okay with it because it's going to happen. They need to make money, whatever. The prices are fine, because if you go on the secondary market, you're going to pay more than this price if you want to buy one of everything that's included.
Yeah. I think the only person that should be upset is the person that is going to sell this stuff, because it devalues the price of the promos and the playmats, right? I think that's the only person that should be upset.
Because there's going to be 400 of the premiums and 100 of the VIPs, which means there's an additional 600 mats, depending on which ones people pick. But there's a total of 600 mats entering the market, more than what would normally be there. And also, of course, all the promo cards. But even still, even at half the current values that people are selling them at on the secondary market, this is still a decent value. Plus, now, if you're doing this, you don't have to grind for tickets for the entire event trying to get a playmat. So, and you would have spent how much money grinding secondary events? $100, $200, $300. So, I mean, I agree that it's a good thing in that way. Though there's a couple things that I don't like. I really don't like pay to play, but this is just accessories.
Yeah,
so
it's like not someone paying for the fancy cosmetics in an online game. Like,
exactly. The problem is that it's still things that you can play to win. Which is a little. If they were just offering things like the notebooks, the water bottles, the backpacks, the special access, like, guaranteed artist signings, things like that, fine. But the fact that they're offering things that you would pay money to win, try and win, and then maybe not win, because you didn't earn enough tickets, that's a little iffy to me. But also, I feel like the private Discord space for feedback is bad. I think that is bad. I think everyone should have a space to give feedback. And I think we have that now. It's the official Discord. Having this private Discord space is kind of just, we think this, what that tells me is, we think you, who has the money to buy this, is more important than everyone else attending.
Your feedback is more important to us.
So I think that this is bad. And now this is a pilot program. This is a test. And I hope that they are listening, that is a bad idea.
Ironically, I don't have this big a problem with this, but go ahead, Benny, because I know you do.
I did hear somebody say that they mean that it's probably a feedback space for this program, not for the game in general.
Gotcha. Oh, I mean, I
I
don't
heard
think they're going to
somebody
use it as that, but that could be the
no,
intention. And if that's the intent, then I get that.
and I heard somebody say that was their speculation on it. Now I will say, I should just bite my tongue, but I'm just gonna come
Simple
right out
about it.
and
You can give feedback and stuff. Be simple.
I'm gonna come right out and say I hate this. I don't like this at all. What this does is it devalues the skill that players had to have in order to earn these
Mhm.
prizes, and it just slaps a filthy little price tag on it, and basically means, hey, if you want to show people that you're good at something that you're actually not, just
But
have
you can
money.
buy this stuff on the secondary market anyway.
I get that, but it's like,
It's like so quite frankly, I would equate this to Magic doing their special alternate arts that they sell at a high premium. It's
yep,
like
yep, yep.
it's kind of the same. It's stuff that's fancy that, yeah, it should be just for like tournaments or something like that for giveaways, but they're doing is pay so that they can make a little bit more off the secondary market than they were. And it's like, if you could just buy it, if no one was ever selling this stuff on the secondary market and you really just had to earn it, it was like a trophy, like sure, it would cheapen it. But at this point, you could, like, I'm selling my mat. So like if anyone wants a Mulan or a Simba mat before they go down in price, please let me know.
That's my other
got a
thing though,
month.
is like that's my other thing though, is these people who have competed, who have trained, who have done well, their playmats are gonna become more and more worthless as time goes on.
For sure. And this is where everyone has to make their own assessment about what going is worth to them. For me, it's like I'm not in a financial position where I can justify going for my own sake. I have to kind of at least have a reasonable shot at earning what's going to cover that trip for me. So it matters to me, but then again, I just have to make that assessment. Like, do the math, and do I have a reasonable shot of paying for this trip? And if I don't, then I don't go. So it would be sad, but it's that's on me. I don't really put that on them. It's funny because this feels like something that I should be railing against, but I genuinely don't have a problem with it.
I think I also just hate it because like as a big Disney parks person, this feels like what is it called
Sorry,
now?
Jared.
Genie Pass or whatever the
Yeah,
heck it's called.
it's the
It's
Lightning
just-
Lane.
it's-
It's yeah.
You know,
Genie
it was
Plus.
the thing. It was Lightning Lane was the thing you had to do. You
Yeah.
had to be there at a certain time. You had to have the.
Oh, you're talking about
I don't wanna
Fast Pass. It's now Lightning Lane. The
Fast
paid
Pass.
is Lightning
Fast-
Lane.
Sorry,
Fast
Fast Pass.
Pass was the free one. Yes.
You had to have some
You
sort
call
of
yourself
skill
a
to.
Disney person. Get out of here.
Hey, listen. Okay, now it's called multi-pass. Okay.
No.
Multi-pass.
I mean, if you go to both parks, it is.
Yeah. Anyways, my point was you had to have a little bit of skill back in the day, and then they went, you don't need skill, you just need money and a cell phone. Rock up.
But
with-
that's life now.
Yeah, I know,
Like,
and that's
you can
that's
buy
my
your
problem.
way into anything.
But that's my problem. Okay.
Yeah, but
It's
don't
not-
blame Ravensburger.
it's not-
Blame
Uh,
society as a whole.
Yeah, but it's just another thing. You know, we
Yeah.
had a thing. And it was like things needed skills in order to show that people were competent to do things. Now you don't need skills. You just need to be wealthy enough.
Okay, James,
And-
I know you've got a thought there, but this is like directly tied to literally the words that are coming out of his mouth. So I apologize. I'm going to jump in here for a
Mine
second.
were too, but go ahead.
Oh no. Okay, then go ahead. Yep.
No, do it. You're up.
Okay. So I don't know if anyone's on YouTube, but there's this like comedy group that does these like D&D-esque skits. They also do their Tech Town skits. Are you familiar with those guys at all? So they're in this like World of Warcraft type skit where one of the guys comes in and he's a new player, and the girl that he's meeting up is like a veteran, and she's grinded and she's got her gear.
Yeah.
She's super proud, and he comes in for the first time and he buys a whole bunch of cosmetics, and she starts getting
Yeah.
mad at him that he's like buying his way to good stuff. This used to mean something. This used to be something you had to work for. And he's like, I'm sorry, basically he's like equating his job to being like something that he grinded. He's like, I grinded at this thing called, my work that gave me this special, skill perk called disposable income that I thought I'd use to give myself a nice treat to, feel good about a game I was playing for fun.
I do know what that is because it's Viva La Dirt League.
Yeah. I mean, people are going to spend their money how they want to spend it. If they've got a disposable income, but they want to be, to Greg's point, more social on the weekend, but they still want the mat, and they're like having to decide between, they could either be more social and then go on eBay and buy the mat, or they could buy the mat here. Like, all this is doing is taking out the middleman, i.e. me. But that's fine. Sorry, James, for interrupting you. Go ahead.
I just wanted to point out that this does, for those who do grind for the tickets, this doesn't remove the effort and the value that you place in the effort you put into it, unless the only reason you put that effort in was to get the monetary value out of it. If you are proud of earning the mat because you grinded events all weekend long and earned this mat, the mat value doesn't matter. The value is in the effort you and the ability you had to earn the mat.
Yeah.
So that isn't taken away. I don't feel like it is.
No.
I feel like I earned, if I have a mat that I earned at an event, I earned it. Doesn't matter if it's worth $5 or $500.
Yep.
So that part I think is fine. But yeah, it's still it bothers me, just like it bothers me that that Fast Pass went to pay. Lightning Lane, that bothered me too, because it just feels nickel and dimey, where they're trying to just eat, squeeze every little bit of money where they can, wherever. But also, for me, if I had the money, I'd do this immediately, because I'm a collector also, and this is a super easy, convenient way to get all this stuff, and then still spend the weekend doing the collection quests, getting signatures from artists, playing in the main event, and not having to worry about any of this.
Now hold on, because I will counter this. Let's see.
All right, wrap it up, Ben.
Hold on.
He's like, I got it somewhere. Well, let's discuss. Yeah, I am so conflicted on this. I hate it, and I would still do it, but
I think it's unfortunate, like I said, because I want to have the greater value to justify being able to go to these things.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, I don't begrudge them doing it, just because, like I said, anyone can buy, like obviously the backpack and the water bottle, no, but like the mats is kind of the big discussion point. The mats and the promos, right? Anyone can buy those anywhere. So all it's doing is devaluing the secondary market slightly and saying, oh, I don't want people to be able to buy this because I had to earn it. Well, other people are buying it from other sources. So someone sitting beside you, the mat that they pull out, you still have no idea if they got it because they bought it on eBay or because they won it.
Right.
What does this change in that equation? It doesn't. All it does is put more into the market, which devalues them financially, as you say. Like, you will still have that pride of saying, I earned this. And that should be all that matters. It shouldn't matter to you what someone else thinks of your accomplishments or anything else. Like, take pride in what you do and for yourself.
Now kind of going back to your Viva La Dirt
yes
example.
Great.
And James saying it feels nickel and dimey. Do you know the difference between this?
I don't even know what you're holding up, but sure. An
Aladdin
Sega cartridge? Oh my god, how old are you?
And a game on this? Do you know the difference between those?
Age?
This one required skill to play and enjoy and have fun. And this one is filled with rotten, dirty microtransactions.
No, just tapping forever. I hate the tapping games.
I I don't know. Everything, it just feels like it's full of microtransactions now. Like
Yeah.
I paid to go to this event. Why am I paying to go and sit in a VIP lounge and oh, thank you for the playmats. Now I can just walk around and chat with people.
Because we voted with our wallets and we told the companies that this works and this is what we want because we continue to pay for it. So again, we just got to look in the mirror, quite frankly.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna probably get some hate. Maybe not from the people, but maybe from the corporations. Stop
They're not
buying
gonna
things.
stop.
No. I'm not saying
No.
to the corporations.
Oh,
to the
gotcha.
people.
To us, stop buying things.
Buying things like this. You don't need to consume it all. You don't need it all.
I wish
play
that would
the
be
game.
case.
Play the game. Enjoy the game. Stop the consumption. I'm done with it.
Good luck with that.
I will say, missed opportunity, folks. That backpack should have a pin window.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
That's fair.
Benny,
I'll agree with that.
So this is where I can tell you certainly that that's never going to happen. The fact that there are still golden Mickeys selling for $10,000 US tells me that there is no lack of money willing to spend on this game. So
it's not even real gold.
Please dream on that people aren't going to spend 700 euros for 2 mats, all the non-foil promos, the backpack, the water bottle. Quite frankly,
700 euros, 1,200 Canadian dollars in this economy.
There's going to be people that buy that just for the VIP badge, just to walk around saying, I'm VIP.
And you know what I'm going to say?
I'll buy it for the snacks.
You know what I'm going to say if I see them there? They'll say, I'm VIP. And I'll go, and I'm competing. I don't care.
Well, then they'll
Guess
pull out
what?
their competitor badge too. And like, I'm competing as a VIP.
And then I'll go, guess what? I hope I go up against you because I'm going to do my best to beat you.
The hilarious part is going to be how many people buy those packages without realizing that they need a ticket before then. And thus, like, are they buying them at the same time? Have they made that clear or not?
No, they're selling them. They'll be on sale either Friday or Saturday this week. So the tickets have already sold out.
Exactly. Right. So it's like, if they were selling them at the same time and it was an add-on while you were buying the ticket, okay. But like, there's gonna be people that buy them thinking that this is a ticket, and it's not.
Yeah. Time for community questions.
Okay.
I'm just putting that's my firm stance. I hate it.
Okay.
I will never change. It'll never change. You cannot change my mind.
Who wants to read the questions?
I'll read the first one. What's one thing from Martin Karp, by the way? Friend of the show.
Karp. Friend of the show. Shout out Martin Karp.
As opposed to everyone else that's on here. What's one thing you'd each change about Lorcana? It can be a ruling, event availability, or format. I will put an add-on on here because as soon as I read this, I'm like, let's make it something we haven't said before, because otherwise it'll just be
the last thing we talked about.
Yeah, exactly. So something that maybe either you can't remember saying or you know you haven't said before. What's one thing, James? What's one thing you would change about Lorcana?
You know, I don't know if there's anything I haven't said before.
Or at least not something that we've like beaten the drum on a million times.
I don't know. Have we beaten the drum on full arts?
In what sense?
I would like more full arts as just random cards available in packs.
Gotcha. Like the Pokemon model of a lot more different rarities and foil and reverse holo. And
I don't need 50 different things. I just want a little bit more. I want packs to be not just looking at what's in the final slot and seeing if there's more than just a foil.
Yeah. I like that. No, I'm all on board with that. Benny, what about you?
Inks sticking to their identities.
Yeah, that's a current event request. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, actually, removing Emerald Steel from being a decent, viable deck that had discard, Prince John.
He wants his discard back. Okay.
Oh, I wouldn't have completely changed Bucky. No
Okay,
Bucky
you now had
errata.
3.
The slow destruction of what I once loved so very much dearly.
We're not being hyperbolic at all. I will say to keep things light, and in spirit of Daniel, Dan, and Lily online now, family quests online. He brought up, what some of the extra stuff you'd like to see, much like you were saying. And the first thing that he said, and the thing that's been near and dear to my heart for the longest time, and I really would love to see, is art prints. I want to see 11 by 17, 18 by 27, or whatever canvas prints of these beautiful pieces of art on my office wall. Like, come on, you go to Disneyland or downtown Disney, and there's art prints galore of all the many art pieces that they do for Disney. Why are they not leaning into that for Lorcana? I would argue that a lot of the art that we get for Lorcana is superior to a lot of the art that I see on art prints in downtown Disney and in Disneyland. We need to get this stuff out there.
Let's see. Set 11 is coming out. That means we now have well over 2,200 pieces of original art to choose from. I'm sure they could find
2,244 to be exact.
No, plus Enchanteds.
Plus Enchanteds, yep.
And other alternate foils if they, things that they've done. So definitely over 2,200. They could pick 100 of them and have a release every week for 2 years, and then now there's 2,200 more cards.
Yeah.
To pick from. So we could definitely be doing that.
Like, you're leaving so much money on the table, Disney.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm expecting it to happen. I just don't know when.
Yeah.
Next
wait,
up.
They're leaving money on the table, but I thought that's what the last thing we were talking about.
Yeah, but this is something we want.
Yeah.
Fudge Won't Budge asks, Grandmother Willow, a broken card?
I mean, I feel like the Illumateers panel that I was on Monday, established that pretty conclusively.
I feel like more of the question could be, Amber, a broken ink?
It definitely got a lot of
Lilo, Pudge, Grandma Willow, free. They really
do need to remove free from the lexicon, by the way. They need to remove free from their dictionary. I've said this a million times, and I will continue until they do.
3 sets ago we said stop doing free, and they're like,
I said it set 1 with songs.
Yeah.
As soon as they had songs, I'm like, you can't do free things. Free things are broken. That's a rule.
They're like,
but free things are so much fun.
We heard you. We understand you. More.
I will take the stance. I don't think Grandma Willow is as broken as some of the more extreme people online are saying. I do think it is very good. I don't think it is world ending that some people are conveying it as.
Anyone who plays Steel is not worried about Grandma Willow.
No.
Yeah.
Fire the cannons.
I mean, that's 4 cards though, right? They don't need Grandma Willow to have a busted play line. It just helps.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm sitting over here in Emerald Sapphire. What am I supposed to do? Huh? What am I supposed to do?
The other problem is Amber Steel,
make him discard.
for example, has so many uninkable slots already that fitting in for Fire the Cannons, they're going to have to take out some of their other cards. But yeah, I think it's fair to say that it is at least a semi-broken card, if not a broken card. Benny, what do you want to read question number 3 from Rude Rose there?
Oh, I'd love to. Friend of the show. You didn't say that about Fudge Roll Bunch.
Friend of the show. Sorry.
So, Rude Rose wrote, I'll follow up. What's one card you would ban from each ink color? And if that's too lengthy, what are 2/3 whatever cards you would ban?
Let's only pick 1 or 2. Unless you have to pick
I've got mine. None. I hate bans, heavy-handed bans. I don't think that there's any card that is so meta warping yet. And Grandma Willow may come to that, who knows? But I don't think there's any card that's so meta warping that warrants a ban. So I'm on 0.
I am on an 8-cost action Amber.
You just want to ban it because it doesn't belong.
Exactly. That's my problem with it. I don't like it. It doesn't belong.
Yeah. Shout
So
out to the Lore Chronicles for trying to get to the bottom of why it was an amber. Since they released the card, they also had the follow-up of the devs saying, why it was an amber. I didn't really buy the reasons. I didn't really love the reasoning, but I appreciate them trying to get to the bottom of it.
Hey, do you know why my hair's brown? Just because it is. That's why. That's basically what the answer was.
Yeah. Come on.
Do you know why it's an
Where it
amber?
goes.
Because
I don't
we decided
doubt that they
to put it in
feel
there.
that way. It's just it doesn't resonate with me. Let's say
It doesn't make
I-
sense.
Would ban Hiram,
Oh, you're talking about in Infinity? Okay, sure.
and I would.
I was
errata
thinking
Bu-
four.
I would errata Bucky.
Back to 2.
No, I'm saying that I'm doing exactly what they have done.
Gotcha.
I already
Uh,
changed him back with my first answer.
I would ban Hiram in Infinity. I could get behind that. I wouldn't ban either Popsicle or
Fortisphere.
Fortisphere.
Fortisphere yet. I would ban Hiram first and see
Yeah.
what it does to the metagame. But I would agree with Hiram in Infinity. But in Core, I wouldn't ban anything.
I don't know. I agree. I don't know if there's anything that's.
I don't love that Amethyst dominated the last set, but I don't think that there was any one card that stood out for me. I think they just printed too many good Amethyst cards.
Yeah.
So it's I don't think any one card, even the best card in Amethyst, what is that? Question, is it Elsa, is it Cheshire, is it Genie? But even so, I don't think any one of those cards stands out above the rest as being so meta warping.
Like if you
that it
take,
warps
you didn't
them.
have Cheshire in set 9, right? And yet still,
Yeah.
Blurple was still the top deck because of
Yep.
all the good Amethyst cards.
Yep.
So
And
I do wanna
there's people
say-
yeah, go ahead.
I do want to say you said stand out above the rest. You had a real solid moment. You could have said above the crowd.
Stand down above the crowd. Yeah, so there's people that have said online, hey, you can ban it, and if it, then you can just unban it later. I'm like, I do not want to go down that road of it's banned and then it's unbanned and then something else is banned and then that's unbanned.
Yeah.
It's like, let's take a little bit more thoughtfulness when it comes to banning than that, please.
which is why I'm glad that we only have 2 banned cards.
Yeah. For me, it's really meta warping when there's several decks that are including a bunch of bad cards just to stop that one card. Or there just is no hope of getting around it. And that's why Bucky, I think, needed to be banned, not errated. I think that was a terrible choice because it just got out so early. And between playing Bucky and shifting Diablo on the play, it just felt at that point like you couldn't come back, right?
Yeah.
Play Bucky, shift Diablo, sing Sudden Chill or something like that. And it's like,
Game over.
what am I doing here?
And then they're like, "Oh, that's so broken." Anyways, here's Hiram, and here's your Fortisphere back for Infinity. Enjoy. Oh, well, can we get Bucky back? No, dummy.
Yeah,
It's
this
errata.
is why errata is the problem, right? Don't errata
Yeah.
anything ever again. Ban it or don't, because you can flick that switch. Whereas you can, it's really problematic with erratas, especially when it starts.
As you see, I think when they eroded it, they did not expect to think about possibly having Infinity. I don't even think that was a blip on their radar.
I mean, by that point, I feel like
We
knew
know-
about Infinity before they
We
even
already
released
know
the
why
game.
they eroded it instead of banning it. They've already explained it. They
'Cause
were
they hate
just
squirrels.
they were just about ready to release in multiple territories, and they didn't want to have a blank slot in the set when they released it in Australia and other countries. So they eroded it so that it wouldn't be a hole in the set. And they couldn't ban it because then people would be getting a card that they could immediately in a fresh, brand new set for that country that was
Yeah.
unplayable.
If this was a legendary, I'd buy that. But an uncommon, okay, so you have 203 cards. Deal with it. It's fine.
Mr. Teacher, we already have a lot of cards that are unplayable in every set.
Yeah, right.
That's all they did is they
most
made it
apt thing
unplayable.
you've ever said. That is the most apt thing you've ever said.
They just added to the stack.
I could open this pack right here, and I bet you I would pull at least 3 cards that are probably pretty unplayable.
No, I bet you would pull 11 cards that are unplayable.
Who's playing this one? Anyone playing Hook Hand?
100%. Other than limited, you will pull 11 cards that are unplayable out of the average pack.
Just
More than
yeah.
that.
Next question.
All right,
11
next
cards
question.
that are unplayable.
Heath, it's on
Not
you, Heath.
really a friend of the show. Kind of, on the edge here. We've got Dan Regal asking, "Will I get up off the couch tonight and record the episode?" So tell us, James. This Dan Regal character wants to know if Dan will get off the couch today and record. What do you think?
I think he will. He's not that lazy. He will show up.
But why?
You could just drag the couch over and record from the couch.
No, I couldn't.
All right.
right.
James,
I'm glad to know that.
next one.
I'm glad to know I wasn't the only one that was tired. I went to go put the kids to bed and literally just out cold 3 times. It was like, oh, I gotta. Oh no, I got.
Next question. AJH316, Overexerted World Champ, friend of the show, obviously, if he's the world champ, asks, what Olympic events are you looking forward to? The
We're
Olympics
Canadian,
starts
so
tomorrow.
we're looking forward to all the Winter Olympics. It's the only time we do well in the Olympics. Summer Olympics?
I don't know. I always enjoy watching the Winter Olympics. I think Winter Olympics are actually more fun than the Summer Olympics.
So much more fun. I agree.
They just added.
There's a lot of
They just
events I
added
look forward to.
skateboarding. They just added skateboarding into the Olympics.
You know
I
what's
mean, that's
funny? And I know I'm not the only one here, but there's so many sports that I couldn't care less about for every other day of the year other than when they're in the Olympics. But I like curling. I like figure skating, speed skating, moguls, bobsledding, skeleton.
Yeah.
Like I like pretty much every, like not the do they still do the cross country skiing with the rifle shooting?
Yeah.
Not
no,
that.
the jumps and the slaloms, the ski slaloms, all that. I love all that stuff. Anything where they're usually it's almost anything where they're going fast, or jumping or doing something like that. Love it all.
Yeah.
To answer AJ's question, with another question, which one is this one? Is this summer or winter? That will show you how much I care. Obviously,
it's because if it's in February, it's winter.
They start tomorrow. Believe it or not, I just found
that
out
out
about 2 hours ago that the Olympics start tomorrow.
Oh,
it's in.
So you mean there's not going to be any? There's not going to be any breakdancing?
Yeah, it's a shame.
During figure skating, there might be a little bit.
Oh god.
All right. Last question,
Benny.
Yeah.
Flame blades. Wow, absolutely slaughtered a friend of the slip. Oh, friend of the slow. Wow. Obviously,
you're a friend
that's
of the
reason.
slow right now.
I was gonna say that's why I'm the host here. Is I'm friend of the slow for sure.
Friend of the flow.
This is ice. This was iced tea. Okay, just so everyone's aware.
Sure.
Friend of the show, Flame Blades asks, at what rate would you be happy seeing reprints in sets? Obviously, no one liked the idea of 80%, something like 5 to 10%? Question mark?
I mean, I like what they're doing now with 2 to 4 reprints every set.
I think post rotation every cycle, you're gonna have to have a few more reprints just to kind of fill out some of the roll cards a little bit. But I think the most I would ever want to see in any given set's like 15 to 20%.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's gonna rotate differently now because we already have all those reprints in Fabled, and then
so they'll still
13.
be sticking around. So in theory they should be reprinting less the next set. Yes.
Which it's gonna be, I guess, different cards that they'll be reprinting. So
like a couple for the 3 sets other than post rotation, and then the 1 set post rotation I'd be comfortable with, 10, 15, 20% at most. But you can't do anywhere close. Not even almost half or whatever. I can't remember now.
33% is definitely probably too much, even in my opinion. I like it was so
20%
rough.
is still 40 cards, right? So
keep it so under 50. cards,
Yeah.
under 50 cards.
It was rough opening up packs and 11 of your 12 cards, or even all 12 of
All
your
12.
cards were just reprints.
Yeah.
I did not pull any of the new cards in Fabled. No. Here's another John Silver. Here's another Elsa. Here's another Stitch. And I'm like, but I have these.
Yeah.
I pulled enough out of Fabled that I was able to retire the first 4 sets permanently into my closet to never see the light of day again.
Aren't we glad we have collections?
I do like that they said that there are no plans to ever do a reprint set similar to Fabled. So
Good.
that indicates
with
to me
Next
that
time.
we will get less reprints overall.
Either that
from now
or,
on.
like I said when Fabled came around, if they had a reprint set that was separate from the print line and just printed it in smaller quantities, strictly for new players, every 4 sets, I'm okay with that too. But don't make it part of the regular set. Make it its own thing.
Right.
I think they learned from it, because I think sales kind of dropped as hard as the stocks did today for anyone who follows the stock market.
Oh, I didn't follow today. I've been too busy. Did silver go down another 40%?
Interestingly, Fabled is actually selling for over retail for sealed product now. People are hunting that honey wizard, man.
I think people are hunting
$500 enchanted now.
I think people are hunting that Mickey.
Oh, the Mickey too, but the honey wizard is a $500 enchanted, which is crazy to me. It's a vanilla.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It doesn't get used. It's only
wild.
the collectors that are making that worth money, which is
Yep.
good because collectors in the game is a great thing.
Yes, and that's the other thing I wanted to actually say. I was talking to somebody about that the other day. In my opinion, going back to that first question, what's one thing you'd change about Lorcana? I would have actually had the first set be a thing that was like the first edition set. Collectors is not bad for a game. Scalpers is bad for a game. And I mean, like, are you going to see that on a bunch of people buying first edition? Possibly. But at the same time, like, when you just kind of get rid of all your collectors by reprinting stuff and putting stuff out, and like we've got the whole Costco bundle that people were diving into, you kind of scare off collectors, and you scare off collectors. I mean, a lot less stuff gets bought because there's a lot of collectors out there. Other than Dan and myself, obviously, we're collector players. And we can never stop, apparently.
Apparently not.
Mm.
That's all.
But that's just one thing I kind of thought was a mistake, was that there should have been something.
I
that was
personally
more
am glad they
collector-y.
didn't, because I could barely get any product when the first chapter came out, and I would have missed so much, and I would have been so unhappy.
I mean, you could have been me. You could have bought 5 boxes and not pulled an enchanted out of any of them, and pulled an enchanted out of a loose pack.
Yeah. I mean, until the reprints, I only ever got a single booster box. And that was only because someone took pity on me from the other side of the country that I didn't even know, and just said, hey, my shop still has one, some random shop near me, and I'll go buy you one and mail it to you.
Wow.
Yeah.
This guy used to be a big podcaster before he came over here, just so you guys know, ladies and gentlemen.
He used to be important before he came on here. We've dragged him down into the depths of hell.
Eventually, all-star athletes just end up talking about the good old days.
All right, that's all I got.
Yeah, I'm good.
Again, remember, go watch Heath's videos if you are doing a draft or sealed event to kick off Winterspell, because you will learn all the things you need to know, unless you are playing in the area where Heath is playing, or Benny is playing, or I am playing, and then do not go watch Heath's videos.
No, I do want. I want. I
Then
keep saying
you can go ahead if you are in Heath's area, but in my area or Benny's area, do not watch Heath's videos.
Pretty sure no one in Vancouver watches my videos. It's fine.
Jeez. Oh,
So be our guest Lorcana on YouTube for those videos, at least until I rebrand in a week.
And so we'll let you know what that is next week.
There you go.
and don't forget to get out there and rate the podcast and watch us on YouTube and help boost us so that we start getting into more ears. That's how you help us. If you liked what you heard, if you didn't, like I said before, and like actually James said last week, if you liked what you heard, tell all your friends. If you didn't, now is the time for quiet contemplation.
If you didn't like us, our name is Podcana. And
Oh, shots fired.
I was trying to think of the ones that could that wouldn't care either way. Like, who are these guys?
Yeah, and then thank you for joining us on this magical journey. We hope you'll join us again next week as we get into some very exciting times the day before launch.
Yeah.